we're going to talk to E. Thomas Canton about his new book, Eternity's Shadow.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So thank you for coming on. So tell me a little bit about your book. It looks so exciting.
Well, it was a book that was actually inspired by the history of the Roman Catholic Church, roughly Bronze Age civilization,
Wow.
and the fall of Alexandria, but set in a multiverse setting.
Interesting.
And our heroine, Brooke, she's from an Earth that is ruled under a theocracy. The Roman Catholic Church has actually managed to, throughout the centuries, basically run the entire planet.
Wow.
And she's not happy about that.
I wouldn't be happy about that either.
Well, it's got this, it's amazing. Like when I was doing my research, all the weird, bizarre stories you hear in the history of the Catholic Church. Excuse me. An organization that should be like morally above everyone else. Like they should be showing true, moral leadership. And you run across these stories about popes fathering children, about rebellions against the church, where they actually break into prisons, release a lot of prisoners. They break into other places, kill the inquisitors.
Wow.
And it's insane. And I just kept thinking, well, what would happen if that church, the way it was, still existed, but had a far huger impact?
Wow. Yeah, it almost did. I mean, the Crusades with the Roman Catholic soldiers just pretty much colonized everything in the olden days.
Yeah, and I never understood why the church had an army.
Because of power and money. They wanted to get rich. They wanted to spread their word. It's a corporation. It was a big corporation, and that was their business. Actually, it was everybody's business in those days. Everybody did it, but they did it in the most massive way.
They did. And my book takes off from, well, the history of that Earth is the Crusades were actually successful, and they just kept going and going.
Wow. Wow.
But the story actually takes place in what would be Toronto in that universe. And Brooke, develops this way of traveling from one Earth to another.
Oh, wow.
And this, of course, puts the church on notice that they're suddenly going to have all these influences that they don't want. And at the end of the day, her Earth is, how can I put this properly? A doppelganger of her actually destroys her Earth.
Wow.
And leaves her kind of free floating at the end of the book.
Oh, wow.
Her girlfriend and a gentleman who used to be the deputy minister of science.
Oh my goodness sakes.
And then the second book takes off from there.
Have you written the second book already? Or?
I'm about 20,000 words into it right now.
Okay. That's so interesting. How fun. So there are all these different multiverses, parallel universes that you can explore with the same problem happening that you can fix and everything.
Yeah, the entire theme of, there's going to be 3 books in total, is how these supposed religions of peace develop, and they end up causing all this horrible bloodshed and destruction when that's not what any of them are supposed to be about. And it's told basically from the point of view of people on the other side who are losing everything to this new faith. Um, I think a woman from the UK, Catherine Nixie, I think her name is, she wrote this amazing book called The Darkening Age on the rise of Christianity and how there's this myth developed that the classical civilization it replaced wanted Christianity. They were somehow looking for a true faith or something. And it really reveals what an incredibly violent time it was. Mm-hmm. And this violence was perpetrated, not entirely, I mean, we've got to be fair, but mainly on the part of Christian monks.
Yeah, they're in charge, and so they wanted to expand their business, basically.
Yeah. And the way she describes the destruction of certain classical temples, it's just, it just seems like a cultural loss for the whole world.
Oh, goodness. That's crazy. Well, how about if we look at the trailer that you made?
Okay.
Okay, Tyler, want to run the trailer?
Come with me through this doorway, and I'll show you all the Earths, in all the universes, in all creation. I promise you, you'll go places you've never dreamed of. See things you could never imagine. But be warned, there are things in play. Very dangerous things that want to destroy all of existence. And they must be stopped. If you want to stay alive, then you must always do it exactly as I tell you. And there's one rule you must always follow. Hold on to your hat.
That's so cool. I want to see the movie. So how did you make the trailer?
Oh, that was done. A friend of mine and I rented the small studio space, and it was all done on green screen.
Oh, wow.
The actress, Maisie Gee, she's amazing. Mm-hmm. And she was actually on an episode of Doctor Who, which
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I love that.
I do too. I love Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's like I know somebody who was on it. It's great. And the visuals I did in Blender, After Effects.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it took a while to put it all together, but yeah, I thought it turned out pretty well.
It came out great. So is that your background?
It is, that and graphic design.
Oh, great. I do graphic design too.
Oh, wow.
That's my day job. We all need day jobs if we're writers, right?
Yeah, it's exactly.
So actually tell me about your day job, because part of this By.Storytellers thing is that with everything that's changing now, our whole world has changed, right? So all of the things as designers, especially, everything that we did before is different now, and we have to learn AI and all the new software and programs that are coming out. My brain feels a little bit like it's a muscle and it's working out a lot, right? We have to learn all that. People are going to be changing their jobs now, and it's good. And I mean, it's happening. So there's nothing we can do to stop it. So we have to adjust. But tell me about your work and how you've adjusted through this time.
Yeah, you're right. The days of like our fathers having a job from cradle to birth is gone. Or cradle to birth? Cradle to grave.
Well, in a parallel world, it is. Right?
That's a very short life. But mainly, yeah, I've been learning three brand new graphic design programs. I'm literally going through them, going through tutorials on YouTube, trying to expand my skill set, my knowledge base on these things. And because a lot of companies I've been finding out are looking for people who know more consumer brand editing software or design software. And they're not, you tell them you know Illustrator, and they go, well, okay, but do you know Inkscape?
Inkscape.
Inkscape is actually a good program. Okay. That's one of the ones I'm learning.
All right.
It's a lot like Illustrator, so there's no huge curve there.
There's like all these different programs. They're all basically the same, but different names, you know? Yeah,
they are basically the same. The user interface is a bit different, but outside of that, you basically know one program. You know most of them. The thing that I found when doing graphic design is that I found out I sort of inadvertently was developing my own sort of retro style. And so that is what makes up a lot of my portfolio. And people are looking at me going, yeah, but can you design a label for bread? Going, yeah, that's easy.
Yeah. Who wants to?
That takes like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it'll look amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you get out Canva and you just do it. But I don't know how it is in Los Angeles, but here the job market is quite unsteady at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm finding it harder and harder to get new clients, to get steady clients, or high-paying clients for that matter. And it's at the point where I have far too much time to write. I don't regret it. I don't regret it, but at the same time, I know I should be doing something else.
Yeah.
So it's getting harder. And like my son is an artist, and he's starting to do quite well selling his art.
Oh, nice.
But I'm wondering, like 20 years from now, where's he going to be?
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with that than I am with my particular day jobs at the moment.
Yeah, I'm hoping that people will buy human-made rather than AI-made products. But, you know, there's a whole generation that doesn't really probably care, you know, like we do. You know,
no, I think you're right.
They will, though. Yeah.
And I think part of the big problem is there's fewer and fewer jobs. And the ones that are out there are getting more and more automated, taken over more and more by AI. It's getting to the point, I think, where governments are either going to have to institute some sort of basic universal income to compensate, which I think is the smart way of going about it.
Yeah, I do too.
But, I mean, in our country, the conservatives, in your country, the Republicans, will just, they'll have none of it.
Well, you know, it would be economically good to do that, because if they give people a basic income, then they will go out and they'll do more things to help the economy. They're going to get other jobs. They're not going to sit around. Most of people won't sit around just doing nothing and collecting a paycheck. They'll want to go out and do something else, but they'll be able to learn new techniques that will be able to benefit things. So we'll also save money on policing, on domestic abuse, domestic violence, crime, all that. We'll save a lot of money in other areas. So it makes a lot of sense to do that. And plus the companies that are using AI to mine all the data and take over all the industries, they should really be the part of putting this money together and putting something that's, maybe it's a tax write-off or something, some way, some incentive that they can pay part of this to give people a basic income. They need to do that. But I see that they'll do that in the next 10, 20 years. I'm hoping they'll do it sooner.
I hope they will too. But yeah, the studies have shown that people when they've done these basic minimum incomes, the studies have shown that people actually do put them into side hustles. They use it to create jobs.
Yeah.
To support themselves. They don't just sit around watching TV all day.
Right. And then they don't do crime like they do now. They don't go in and do looting and, have that much mental health problems and all different kinds of crime. So it'll save a lot of money.
It takes the stress out of day-to-day life for a lot of people.
Yeah. So I think it's economically feasible, and I'm hoping that they do that. But in addition to that, we have to think of ways that humans can make a living, even with AI, partnering with AI, and even with art, there's got to be a way to partner with art. Like, I use stock photos in order to design key art. You use footage from the movies and things like that you put into something, and you use the filters, Photoshop, to create your image. So, AI can, I guess, make that I mean, I'd rather have an artist do it, or I'd rather have real footage, real stock photo, but they're going to have a blend of things, I think, in the future where you can have both.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing AI can't do. It can't see through an artist's eye. And that's the one advantage people will always have, is their imaginations. And I don't mean like just telling the computer, come up with this image.
Yeah.
But to go out, I know a lot of wildlife photographers. And it's Canada, of course, I do. Yeah. And they will get up at like 3, 4 in the morning, go out and wait for an hour or two for the perfect shot. And then out of all the pictures they take, there'll be like one. And they'll go, yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah.
And I've not seen any AI art that can beat what they do.
That's true. You get the look in that animal's eye, you get the whole conversation that's in one shot. That's really fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So what else do you do?
What else do I do? The other way I've been making a living is a lot of videography, video editing, and photography as well. So I've been doing a lot of everything. But again, it's mainly freelance. So it's a matter of getting clients in and getting them wanting to come back.
Yeah.
Which has never been a big issue. It's getting them in the first place.
Yeah.
That's what throws me.
Yeah. I use a platform called Upwork, and I get a lot of clients through Upwork.
I've been told about that. That's something I've been meaning to look into.
I've been on it for about 5 years, and I have a steady stream of clients.
Oh, okay.
So you should
I should definitely look into that then.
You should look into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great. So when is your next book going to come out, you think?
I'm hoping the follow-up to Eternity Shadow, it's going to be called Pandora's Shadow. And I'm hoping late this year, early next year.
Oh, great. Well, I look forward to that. Such a great concept. I love the idea, and it's so timely now with everything that the religions are doing, trying to take over the world now. I want to escape to another parallel universe.
Oh, if only we could.
I know, really. It's crazy that people want to control each other so much. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I never understood. See, that's one of the other reasons why I kind of pursued this story, is I've honestly never understood the purpose of power. Like, okay, you do all this scheming and whatever to get power. Okay, but then what?
Yeah, what's the point?
What do you do with it?
Well, obviously they have an insecurity complex, and they have a lack in their own hearts. That's why they try to do it.
Oh, speaking of which, how is Donald Trump?
Let's not go there.
Okay.
And he's not the only one, though. I mean,
he's not.
No, the people that call themselves under certain religions, and then they just do it to oppress women and to oppress people. I call them oppressors, really. They really don't have anything spiritual. I mean, I've always been very spiritual, but these people aren't spiritual, and it's just it's a strategy. That's all it is. It's a strategy. If you look at that, there's only a few people in the world that are in power, and they want to hold on to that power, so they create all these things, including stereotyping people, putting them into little boxes. It's all marketing and strategy to help them get what they want. So that's why another reason why I started this, because I feel like, what can we do as individuals to better our lives? Because the corporations and the governments and whatnot, I mean, they might do some things to help, but not really. Really, we have to rely on each other and ourselves. And that's why I thought if we connect with each other, help lift each other up, get some of our lesser known works out there so that we can support each other. That's how we can change our world one person at a time, by being kind to just in our little circles.
Yeah, I love that. That is a really good philosophy.
That's what I'm trying to do. So one person at a time. So guys, go ahead and buy his book.
Please, yes.
Well, it's wonderful chatting with you. I look forward to reading your next book, and I hope you'll stay in touch.
Well, thank you. And thanks again for having me. It's been wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. I enjoyed it too.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So I'll talk to you later, Tom.
Okay.
All right.
I look forward to it.
Thanks, guys. All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.